What's up, NFL fans? Back here with another video. Today's segment is gonna be about the Arizona Cardinals. They got the fourth pick in the overall draft. I've done the top three teams already: the Bears, the Commanders, and the New England Patriots. So now I'm on to the Arizona Cardinals. I spent about 2 hours doing research on what I would do if I was the Arizona Cardinals GM. And let me tell you, I had really fun doing this. More fun than the other previous three teams. You'll know why in a second, but I had really fun doing this one. Um, let's start off with the Cardinals free agency. What they did in the offseason. They didn't do too much, but they added some players that they needed. They added Jonah Williams, offensive tackle. They added a starting linebacker, Mac Wilson Sr. They added defensive tackle that came from the Oakland Raiders. Now the only question mark I have with that, and I have a question mark with that for a few reasons, but later on in the future you're gonna see why I'm gonna draft who I draft for the Arizona Cardinals. But I have a question with this guy, Bilal Nichols, defensive tackle from the Las Vegas Raiders. Now we saw a lot of one-on-one teams for obvious reasons. You got to double team Max Crosby. So, but other than that, he's a solid player when it comes to one-on-one blocking. He does a good job beating his guy one-on-one. They had a cornerback, Sean Murphy Bunting. They needed a cornerback desperately. Those are the main players that they added, and of course they added more depth players, but they're really not going to start or make an impact for the Arizona Cardinals, or maybe they shouldn't, but they might. But they just signed these players to like low term deals or low term offers. So I think that's gonna conclude that little part of it. Let's get into the fun nitty gritty about this NFL draft. Um, let's see, where am I trying to look for? All right, so I'm gonna start off with. I'm gonna give them about three plans. So A, B, and C is how I'm gonna order it. So let's get right to it. For Plan A, you have the fourth overall pick. Now, what I would do personally, even if Marvin Harrison is there, I think this is the best thing you can do. I know it's crazy. You think it's Marvin Harrison, you draft him immediately, but with the Arizona Cardinals, you have a lot of holes, and potentially you could have three first round draft picks. Three. So that's gonna help the organization out a lot for right now and the future. Like, you can't beat that. I know Marvin Harrison is a phenomenal talent, maybe once in a lifetime generational talent player. But in my opinion, you can't beat three first round draft picks. You just can't. And I've said this in the previous videos. This receiving class is pretty stacked in my opinion. So that's why I would not draft Marvin Harrison, and I would trade the fourth overall pick to about um, between 11 and 12. Oh no, you're gonna trade it to the 11th round pick to the Minnesota Vikings for sure. Okay, so with that being said, the Vikings have the 11th pick. So with that, you draft an offensive lineman. You got to protect Kyler Murray. Give um, James Conner some running lanes as well. You have a good security blanket, and he was a really solid tight end last year for the Arizona Cardinals. I'm drawing a blank on his name. Give me 1 second. I might be able to find it really fast for you guys. But he McBride. I want to say it's McBride. Let me make sure I get his name right. Arizona Cardinals depth chart. I want to say it is McBride. He had a really solid last year for them. I think if he's not a rookie, he's a really young tight end. Yeah, Trey McBride. I knew I was right. Um, so you have that. So if you give Kyler Murray, well, I mean, you already got him alignment in the offseason. You add another offensive tackle because Jonah Jonah Williams can play left tackle or right tackle. So whatever rookie you draft in the 11th pick, he can easily sub in. I mean, what am I trying to say? If you draft the right tackle, Jonah goes left tackle. If you draft the left tackle, Jonah goes right tackle. Like that, you have the edge secured, and you have good. Oh, geez, my brain has a brain fart right now. You have Trey McBride for a security blanket. There you go. And then now you drafted your offensive lineman. Now this is what I would do. You have the 23rd pick still. I believe that comes from the Minnesota Vikings because they traded up to go get their quarterback. Um, okay, so you traded 23rd overall pick to about 12 to 17th overall pick, and from there to help your new addition, Nicholas, that came from the Las Vegas Raiders. I would draft. I think his name is Byron Murphy from I believe Texas, or Latu edge rusher from UCLA. So like that, Nicholas doesn't face as many double teams like that. He's gonna have some additional help, and as well with adding those with a defensive lineman, whether it be edge or interior lineman. Your cornerbacks don't need to cover anybody for more than 4 seconds because you're going to get to that quarterback. So that's what I would do with the Arizona Cardinals second first round pick. So that's their second. That's their second draft. That's their second pick in the first round for me. Now they still hold their 27th pick that I believe came from. Oh geez. Was it the Texans? I don't know. Anyway, now the 27th overall pick. So this is their third first round draft pick, and with that, remember you just passed on Marvin Harrison. You traded to pick 11, even if Marvin Harrison was there. But I have a really good receiver for the Arizona Cardinals to help this receiving room out. You add Latimer Conkey. Now, to me, this is a really, really good draft for the Arizona Cardinals. And not only that, the Arizona Cardinals, they kept their second round pick because I did all the math. You can trade your 23rd overall pick and your two third round picks, which would be the 66th overall pick and the 71st overall pick, to draft up to about, like I said, 12 or 17 ish to draft your interior defensive lineman. And you kept your second round draft pick. Now, with the second round draft pick, to help your secondary out, I'm going cornerback. I think his name is Ennis. One second. Ennis Rakestraw from Missouri. Now to me, this is an A plus draft, and just right there alone, you have four draft picks, and then the second rounder is pretty much a late first rounder. They pick 35th overall in the second round. So that to me is a A plus going forward for the Arizona Cardinals. That's what I would do. I'm not even gonna discuss the third rounder because I think they still have they would have the 90th overall pick in the third round, and from there you could, I mean, I guess you could add a safety. You need a safety. Maybe you could add a sleeper or a special teams receiver. Maybe he'll blossom. I don't know. Maybe they already got like four offensive linemen in free agency for depth, so I wouldn't draft the offensive line. Maybe another interior lineman, linebacker. Linebacker is another possibility at the third round. But anyway, the first four picks for the Arizona Cardinals, in my opinion, is amazing. That was my plan A. Now plan B. If Marvin Harrison is there, you obviously trade. I mean, you trade. You obviously draft Marvin Harrison. And then what I would do is I would trade the 27th overall pick that you have to about 10, 12. And you draft, now this is going to be sounding crazy, but you draft either Rome, what's his name? He's a receiver for Washington. Rome, I can't even pronounce this dude's name. I'm not going to lie to you. Adunze? Rome receiver from Washington. So you can have essentially two top tier receivers to help Kyler Murray out. Now the only issue is your offensive line's kind of eh. but I love the sound and idea of helping Kyler Murray out because you have Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison. You're gonna have Rome, and then they have Chris Moore, Michael Wilson, and Greg Dortch as as receivers as well. But obviously, Rome and Marvin Harrison are gonna take over. Who's Chris Moore? Um, this dude himself is like 31 years old, so he's easily replaceable. Greg Dort, whatever his name is. He's fairly young, but he's probably 7. Yeah, 24 receptions, 41 targets last year. Yeah, so that's another possibility that the Arizona Cardinals can do. So that's my plan. Um, that's my plan B for them. And depending, I didn't really do the calculations for plan B because I love plan A a lot. But depending what you trade up for the, let's say, the 12th overall pick, um, and I don't think Rome will be there anyway. You can also get, yeah, I'd be shocked if Rome is even there at between 10 and 12. I mean, it can't even be 12, 10 or 12. Yeah, it could be 10 or 12. Yeah, you could even try to do 9 to try to get Rome because you're gonna draft Marvin Harrison. So about pick 9 through 12. I'm looking down because I have my notes right here, bottom left. But yeah, I would go after Rome heavy, and you're gonna have to maybe trade your second round picks, so you might only have 2 first round picks, and then the rest are gonna be third rounders. The Arizona Cardinals have like 3 to 4 third round picks. So then, for sure with the third round pick, you're gonna have to draft an offensive lineman. Um, this is really focusing on the offensive side of the ball. I know the Arizona Cardinals need help on defense, but I also want to help Kyler Murray out, which is why that's my plan B. Plan C, worst case scenario, if Harrison is gone, in my opinion, you draft Malik Neighbors just to give Kyler Murray some more weapons out there. Trey McBride, James Conner, and and then you would add Malik Neighbors, and then, in my opinion, you still trade your 27th overall pick to about pick, let's say 16 to 20th, and you draft defensive lineman Byron Murphy or edge rusher Latu. I don't know how to pronounce his first name. Latu from UCLA. That's my plan C for the Arizona Cardinals. But like I said, I think plan A is the absolute best. That's where I spend most of my time doing my research and adding up, subtracting numbers according to the calculations of how much points these draft picks are. So yeah, in my opinion, Plan A is phenomenal though. If they do that, I think they win the draft. Whether there's players planned out, of course I'm going to say I think they will because anybody in the first round has the potential to be a star. Obviously, not all of them will be stars, but first round pick, that means you're a pretty good football player, right? And you're young. Hence why you won in the first round. But 3 first round draft picks and you kept your second, I think that's a huge win for the Arizona Cardinals. I had a lot of fun doing this segment. If you guys enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Next will be, who's next? 5th, I believe it's the I didn't know who 5 is. Oh, the Los Angeles Chargers this year. They're next on the board. I think I might drop that video later on today. If not later on today, then for sure tomorrow. But yeah, like I said, if you guys enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. There's gonna be more to come. Share it with your friends. Also, comment down below if you agree or disagree with what I'm saying. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love to hear feedback. Um, maybe comment what I already said what comment you would do, but yeah. Enough rambling. That's gonna conclude this video. Thanks for watching. Peace. I'm out.